Hi, and welcome to the Donner Ski Ranch Open, driven by Innova Discs. Just want to go over a few things in this virtual players meeting to get you guys ready for a day out on the course. First things first, we'd like to thank our sponsors, Donner Ski Ranch, for hosting us, and Innova Discs. Make sure after your guys' round you stop in for a burger, a drink, whatever you want. Just make sure you turn in your digital scorecard first. This is our second year running this tournament. Last year everything went pretty well. There were a few hiccups as far as speed of play and looking for lost discs, so we hope that you guys can adhere to these simple rules. 3 minutes, that's as long as you have to look for your disc. If you spend any more time looking for your disc, your group is going to call you out for it and you're going to have to move on. You guys can go back and look for it after the round. You can do what you need to, but 3 minutes is all you get during the round. If you take longer than that, you're affecting other groups' speed of play. You're holding everybody back and creating backups. Don't be that group. Lastly, make sure that you guys aren't goofing off on the tee pads, keeping things moving along. We have a lot of people out here. We opened this tournament up to a lot of people so everyone could play. Please respect everyone else and letting them finish the course in the daylight. Make sure that you guys are moving along. There are 3 holes that you might lose your disc. I'll start off with hole 5. You might go past the basket. If you go past the basket, don't spend too long looking for it. It's a cliff. You don't want to go down there. Hole 7, there's a lot of brush around the basket on hole 7. Watch where your disc is going. Keep an eye on it. It's not a long hole. It should be easy to find your discs. Lastly, my favorite, hole 16. Hole 16 has a giant area on the left-hand side of the fairway that is going to be out of bounds and that your disc can go. It's been cleared, which is easier to find your disc, but you still might lose it. Please make sure that you are not spending more than 3 minutes looking for your disc and making sure that the rest of your card is looking for your disc. If you go out of bounds, make sure that you mark where you go out and move on if you can't find your discs. If you throw a lost disc on the right-hand side and you think it might be lost, make sure that you mark where you threw from so you can go back there if you can't find your disc. Digital scorecards. We are using digital scorecards this round. No paper cards whatsoever. If you want to use a paper card, I'm sorry. It's not an option this tournament. The link is below to find the digital scorecard. Save it into your bookmarks before you show up. We will have it available the morning of check-in as well. There will be a code to get in. We will give that code to you at the day of the tournament. Please stop by our table where you get your temperature taken and we'll have it on a piece of paper. Temperatures, that's another thing. We do have a CDC mitigation plan. We had to follow a lot of rules to have this tournament. The COVID mitigation plan should have been sent to all of you, and I will have it posted on this video as I'm talking. I'll just briefly go over it. Please remember you can hit pause to read every single word. Everyone, we have to follow the local government and county's guidelines. This is in Placer County, or is it Nevada County? Placer County and California. Maintain 6 feet of distance when outside. If you're inside, you need to wear a mask. No spectators or live audiences, unfortunately. If anyone has COVID-19 or any symptoms of COVID-19, please don't show up. At the beginning of each day, we have to take each player's temperature with a no-touch thermometer and symptom screen filled out, and document it with the name and contact for every person. We'll have this available for you guys when you check in. Player meetings and awards are online, clearly. There'll be no large gatherings. Communication, everything will be through email, Facebook Live, this YouTube video. Tee-offs, all player groups are of 4 or more, starting at 7:45. There's 12-minute gaps in between tee times. Speed of play, guys. Let's keep it going. No backups. That can be our hashtag for this tournament. No backups. All tee times will be posted on the PDGA website. These will be available Wednesday night. I will have them ready for you guys. Check in no earlier than 10 minutes prior to your designated tee time. Scoring and everything will be done electronically, so use the PDGA website to check up on scores, ratings, and all that good stuff. All players carry their own hand sanitizers. Participants don't touch other people's bags, carts, discs, or anything that belongs to another person. Control your own food the whole day and your own water. The course is long. There's no stop halfway through, so make sure you have enough water for 18 holes. You are in the mountains and you are hiking around. Players mark their own discs. Don't touch other people's markers or discs. Players should clear their disc from the target before another person putts. Make sure you don't touch other people's discs when you pull your disc out of the basket. And if your disc does touch someone else's, make sure you sanitize it. I neglected to mention an OB. Hole 1 has out of bounds. There's a road behind hole 1. Anything on or beyond it is out of bounds. There's a couple paths that you have to take in between different holes. It should be easy enough to follow the group ahead of you. If for some reason there's no group ahead of you because you guys are taking your time, the paths are pretty clearly marked. Just work your way to the next basket. At the end of this video, I have an overview of the whole course from above. It kind of shows where things are going. I'll walk you through that. And there's a map. Maps are available online, and they will be available in upstairs and on this video. The practice basket is located at the fork in the road. It's right there past where check-in will be. Once you walk up towards the course, feel free to use that as much as you want. There is a practice hole. Please refrain from using the practice hole until it's your turn to tee off. So come to your check-in, get your temperature taken, putt, and then work your way up to the practice hole. The practice hole doesn't count towards your game. It's just a hole to play until you get the hole 1. It's optional. You don't have to play it if you don't want to. When your round is over, make sure that every person on the card approves their score on the digital cell phone app. Whether that's putting in your PDJ number on the one person's cell phone and then sanitizing it, or signing in and logging on to the PDJ app on your cell phone and submitting your score. Everybody has to do it for themselves to consider the round over. It's the same thing as turning in your scorecard. Once that is done, you can go up to the restaurant, grab a beer, get something to eat. But you need to do that before leaving the area. We're pretty good at getting scores posted, especially now that everything's electronic. Scores will be posted and tee times will be posted within a couple hours of the last tee time. Thank you again for all coming to play the Donner Ski Ranch Open, driven by Innova. We look forward to an excellent tournament, and we can't wait to see all of you up here.